Calls for accountability, leading the Uvalde School Board to fire Police Chief Pete Arredondo in the wake of the deadly school shooting there. The board voting unanimously to terminate him during last night's meeting. It was attended by parents and survivors of that May 24th massacre at Robb Elementary. And correspondent Marky Martin is live. And Marky, Arredondo, now the first officer to lose his job in the aftermath of that deadly school shooting. But could we start to see others held accountable as well?
Oh, absolutely, Nicole. You know, the shift now, the focus, I should say, now shifts from the chief to the other officers, the other agencies who were there on scene that day. Talk about a tense school board meeting last night. You and I were on air together right as it was getting started. And just after several parents, even a child, directly addressed that school board, they took it into closed session, which, as you can imagine, did not go over well with parents who were already upset that the chief didn't show up in the first place.
If it was one of your children, heads would be rolling right now.
One by one, parents and children lined up to voice their frustrations.
I have messages for Pete Arredondo and all the law enforcement that were there that day. Turn in your badge and step down. You don't deserve to wear one.
Our babies are dead. Our teachers are dead. Our parents are dead.
90 days after the mass shooting.
All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
The Uvalde School Board fired embattled Police Chief Pete Arredondo. His attorney releasing a 17-page statement which cited safety concerns as part of the reason. The document also defended Arredondo's actions during the shooting, writing in part, quote, "He never retreated. He stayed in the hallway, fully engaged in working the problem of getting the door open and evacuating those accessible out of harm's way."
These families have been asking for justice for the longest time. I think it was rather cowardly of Arredondo to ask for that.
Senator Roland Gutierrez was at last night's meeting.
Let's be clear. Blaming the cafeteria school cop is one thing, and he certainly needs to be blamed. But you have the Department of Public Safety that still has yet to answer to this community, the Sheriff's Department, the police.
In the district's own progress reports, as of Tuesday, new cameras have only been installed at the high school, upgraded locks at 3 of the 8 campuses, and new fencing at 6 of the 8.
And we have a skewed focus now on target hardening, more cameras, metal detectors, locks on doors.
Ken Trump is a school safety expert. He says physical security measures serve a purpose, but the first line of defense has to be training.
The number one way we find out about weapons plots and kids who are going to cause self-harm is from kids who come forward and tell an adult that they have a relationship with.
And Senator Gutierrez says with Chief Arredondo now gone, the focus should now shift to other jobs that should be on the chopping block, including the police department, sheriff's department, and of course, state police who were on that scene within 2 minutes and 38 seconds, Nicole.
Yeah, so many people impacted. All right, Marky, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.